Hello everyone, so this is part 2 of my no-sew bunny DIY, and this is his little home that he sits in. So first I'm just going to take an 8-inch terracotta pot and some white chalk paint and give this pot one good coat of paint, and this is going to be my first layer to this pot decoration, and then I'm going to paint the inside also. So you can wait for the first part to dry before you set it down, and it does not take very long with this white chalk paint. But then you're going to take any decorative napkin that you like, and I love this floral print, and I love the way it kind of tied together with the ivory bunny. And what you're going to do if you've never decoupaged with napkins is you're going to split the napkin apart because it comes in 2 layers because you just want that first thin layer. And if you've not worked with them before, they're really delicate, so you just have to work carefully because you're going to be working with Maj Podage. So I'm just kind of setting it on the pot to see how it's going to fit the best. And because there's a curvature to the pot, it's not going to lay perfectly flat all the way around, so I'm going to have to work in sections. So I cut half of the napkin, and I'm going to just start with one part of the floral first, and then I'm going to cut some pieces and kind of work my way around. So I just Maj Podaged one good chunk of it where I thought the napkin would fit, just the terracotta part. You don't need to do the back of the napkin because it's so thin that you'll probably tear it. So this just sticks enough, and I lightly pressed it down. And then as you can see, it's not going around the bottom of it perfectly because of the way it's shaped. So I just cut it, and I'm going to kind of layer it where those designs meet up. So I am going to meet the 2 lighter hydrangeas and match those up. And you're just going to kind of have to work with this a little bit. And this is probably the trickiest part of the whole craft, is making sure that this lines up pretty, but you can kind of do it however you want and however the design is on your napkin. So I just, as you can see here, I just kind of overlapped them, and I ripped the parts where it was doubling up when I wrapped it around. So you will be left with some white spaces at the end, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. But if you're wondering why we are doing the white pot, is because you could just do it on the plain terracotta, but that napkin design is really going to show up a lot better with those vibrant colors when you have a white base. So I've done it both ways, and it really is so much more efficient to do it this way. But you can do just on the terracotta pot if you like that look also. So I cut another chunk, and I'm just kind of lining it up where it'll wrap around really pretty. And you know, with any craft, you are going to have better sides and not as pretty sides. So I think that all of this turned out pretty good, pretty. But I'll probably face my least favorite part to the back of the wall. But as long as you just work with it and kind of match it up, you can work it out pretty well. So then I'm just leaving the top loose at the top, and then I'm going to fold everything around at the end once I get everything done how I want it to for the outside exterior. Then I'm going to come back with one coat of Maj Podage, and this is where you have to be careful, because if you press too hard or over swipe with the paintbrush, you could tear it. So I'm holding it just at the top and giving it one good coat, and I am being very generous with the Maj Podage because I just think it's less options for tearing. So see this white part here? These are the cracks that I'm talking about, that you're going to have these missing spaces once you're finished with, wrapping the napkin around. So I just am taking leftover blue pieces of the napkin that I had left over, and I am just kind of doing a little bit of a patch. So I think I had to do this maybe 2 or 3 spots. Now I didn't do the bottom of my pot, but you can. I think it was pretty the way it was finished, but you can wrap it around if you're one that likes to finish his bases. I normally do, but you could probably come back and do that after this part's dry. So then I'm coming back with my Maj Podage, and I'm just wrapping around the top part of the napkin to give that a good seal on the top. So my plan with this is to fill it with like styrofoam or tissue paper, and then grasses before I stick my no-sew bunny on the top. So if you've not seen my no-sew bunny, you can go back and watch one of my videos, because this is the second part and you'll see at the end how he all comes together. And so once that is completely dry, I know I'm not showing the drying process, but once that's completely dry, I'm putting my tissue paper in there, and then I'm going to get a dowel rod and I'm going to make a little hole in the back of the bunny because I didn't do that originally. And I'm just going to stick that rod all the way up into his ear, so it'll give, you can see the ear, how it's in the one that flops over. It's just going to give it a little bit of support. And I'm going to center him. If you want to do styrofoam, it might hold him a little bit better, but I did not have any. And I just worked with what I had. And then I had these really cute little green mosses that I got from Dollar Tree. And this is fine just the way it is. This bunny you can leave out all summer, even all year. But because we're in the Easter season, I am taking apart this egg necklace that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just grabbing the colors that match. So I grabbed about 6 of them and I just kind of placed them in the pot. And what do you think? See how that's dried? It's so pretty with that decoupage napkin. So I hope you can give it a try, and thanks for watching.